ago. A couple of days ago, we had Pritchard's in Formby, and Tony popped in to do another one of our book chats, and it's always nice to get Tony and the team in. But he mentioned to me a couple of days ago, there's a bloke, he says, you've got to bring him in, a local author that is just set to launch his first book. It's absolutely fantastic. So I always take what Tony says on board. He's a top guy. Welcoming to the studio this morning, David McCabe. Good morning.
Good morning, Phil.
He was raving about you. Tony Pritchard's was raving about you, and you've just wandered in with this fantastic book. I'll let you tell me what it's called, what the title.
Yeah, sure enough, Phil. Right. It's called Pinkeens to Diddies.
And because I'm an English boy, and this is kind of an Irish twangy type way of working, you have to explain in a nice way what that means.
Oh, sure, Phil. Well, I'll start off first. A couple of years ago, I, as everybody has, they have a book in them. And I read Frank McCourt's Angela's Ashes, so a lot of people probably have read this. And I found it was just an epilogue of misery and depravity and poverty in Ireland. And I thought, well, I've had a great life as a youngster in Ireland, just outside Dún Laoghaire. And I thought, if I put together a book, maybe it certainly won't be as good as McCourt, maybe, but let's see. So I put together this book, and I started off by writing about this young lad called Brendan in a village outside Dún Laoghaire. And as youngsters, we thought we were playing in the fields and whatever, and Pinkeens are sticklebacks.
Oh, okay.
They have pink bellies, so we call them Pinkeens.
Pinkeens. Okay.
So I thought that's a start to the book. So there's a lot of adventures of Brendan in Ireland, and his first adventures with young girls, his ideas, his parties he's been to, the hoolies that his mother used to have in the cottage. And there's quite a lot of humour in this. I've quite enjoyed writing it. Diddies, well, a lot of people, I think, will probably know what I mean by this, but as a young lad gets older, he notices young girls have shapes slightly different to boys.
Love the way you're putting this together.
So, Brendan thought, right, these pointy things, so let's call them Diddies. So what everybody calls it, it's well known. So Pinkeens to Diddies, I gave us a title to the book. It's about, 200 odd pages long. Some good write-ups about it. It's been launched in America.
Yeah, because let's go through the story, the publishing story. I mean, you are now based in this area. You live here, don't you? But you tried to get publishers involved in your work in the UK, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I put the book to about 20, 30 publishers in the UK, and I was put off so many times, I thought, right, I'll have a go in America. And particularly, there's a lot of Irish Americans, and I thought a lot of them will understand the two words, Pinkeens to Diddies. So I was so fortunate. I found an agent called Writers Bureau in the States, and they put it to other company, Strategic Books. Lo and behold, Writers Bureau were taken over by Strategic. So I didn't have to pay any commission to Writers Bureau as an agent. But they have done a fantastic job over the last couple of years putting together the book with me, and now it's been launched in the States, here in the UK, and in a couple of months' time in Ireland.
Brilliant. Where do you think it's going to go down best then, based on the fact it's, well, all over the Western world? Do you think it's going to be more, hot back home? I don't know.
I'm certain it'll go well. Oh, fingers crossed it'll go well in the States. It's definitely in the States. I had an email through from Strategic this morning to say the press release has gone to 40,000 media outlets in the States.
Right.
So that is something there. First of all, another little point I'd like to mention, the book, you saw the cover of the book.
Yes, I've got it here.
Yes. And I must put a word in for Chris Murphy Studios O'Carnfort. What a fantastic guy, Chris. I put this idea to him for the book cover, and he came back immediately with that. So if anybody wants a book cover, go to Chris Studios, Chris Murphy of Scarnford.
Yeah, but it's a fantastic. I mean, I've not had a chance to read it all the way through, and it's fresh off the press, isn't it? This, so hopefully you'll be able to drop me another copy.
That's the only copy I have. But of course, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
On Saturday, of course, the big day is I'm having a book signing in Pritchard's.
In Formby,
from 11 o'clock onwards.
Yeah. How important to you is the local readership, in Sefton and West Lancashire? Because this is where you live,
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, there's a lot of Irish connections again in the Northwest here, and I've got a lot of friends who've promised to buy the book. See you all on Saturday. Yes, I do feel it'll go down well. I've tried a few other media outlets in the UK around Liverpool, and I'm having good results.
Good vibes from that.
Yeah.
What was your background before you wrote this book? You said at the start of this conversation, everybody has a book inside them.
Yeah.
What were you doing before you wrote this?
Oh, before I wrote this, well, I was born in Ireland, came up to age 16, 17, did my exams, and decided to go on the job market. And found it difficult to get a job. Religious issues, because I was a Protestant. It wasn't. I just couldn't find anything. So I joined a tanker company as a navigating apprentice in 1957. Right. And that's the second book.
That's it. That's the second book. Yeah. Which you're working on now, are you?
Oh yeah.
Gosh. So, lots of my friends have actually, and they're obviously my age, around mid to late 30s. They're looking at writing books for different reasons. It's always to do with your history, isn't it? There's always something you plug into, and I suppose that organises your mind better because you've lived through it.
Yes.
You can almost do a start, middle, and an end because you've seen the whole thing. And that's why I think with this book, it's written with so much force and so much backing of your own mind and mind's eye, because you've just been through it all.
Yes, yeah.
And what I always like is, we always like to champion reading in Sefton and West Lancashire, hence why Pritchards get involved with us, because they do the Sefton Super Read, which is the school Super Read, which is always good. So to support this, of course, we are doing. So you're going to be down in Formby on Saturday, are you?
On Saturday, yes, from 11 o'clock. Yep.
Right, full day of work there. I think there's another thing where everybody can be an author as long as your story is worth telling. But you must have gone through a lot of adverse situation to have to go to look at the States to get this published.
Yes. Yeah.
Is this something that is inherent in this country, where unfortunately publishers in this country are slower to take this talent? I don't understand.
Right, well, I must say, I was surprised how negative it was where the publishers were concerned, and they seemed to only produce 1 or 2 books in a year. But I tried a lot of them. They came back to some very, very nice replies, but no thank you. And when I went to the States, and this concerns strategic books, they're producing something like 200 new books this next month.
Right, so it's the throughput. They have a higher throughput.
They are quite unbelievably supportive as well. And, okay, they have printers here in the UK. They have connections here in the UK. So anybody who wants to write a book, who've always said, get yourself at the computer, the word processor, get Microsoft up, just write down any old drivel. Just write it down, and you'll be surprised what comes out.
Yeah.
Then put it together into some form, or have your friend or whatever to put in somewhere, and get in touch with this concern, Strategics Books. They will do the editing and so forth.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you how you can do that. You can mind map. You can throw things onto a page. You need how do you organise it?
That was it. It took a lot of hard work, and I'm so grateful to Peggy, who lives across the road from us. She did an awful lot of editing for me, and my partner Joan. So we had a great time doing it, but it was a lot of hard work. And I'm so pleased how well it's come out now.
Yeah. It must just be great. You can, you tangibly hold your work. I'm holding your book at the minute.
Yes,
it's a nice little, biog on the back there. Just a quick one about you and your partner, of course. And we just wish you all the best with it. What we'll do is we'll keep updated on the second book as well, if that's all right with you.
Thanks, Phil.
And Tony's always popping in and out. He's always doing
it.
So I'm going to say thank you now. Well, have a lovely Christmas. I guess you're going to be toasting the success of this in a few weeks' time anyway.
Right, maybe a little early, but yes, I'll be looking forward to the sales results, yes.
Brilliant. And we wish you all the best to your family for Christmas time. David, thank you for now. And when I can get a copy, right, nip me one back in, I'll take it over and read it over Christmas.
Well, I'll get you one straight away.
Thanks very much. Brilliant. Book talk there. More for you, of course, in the next few weeks. That's David McCabe with his Pinkeens to Diddies book. It's fantastic.